Hey, what's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner here, CEO, MTS Nutrition, Chief Marketing Officer, TigerFitness.com, creator of the Hour Bar, as well as partner in the Ambrosia Collective and 015 Nutrition. So I actually made a post today on Twitter, right? And I was basically talking about the fact that, you know what? I've actually found religion. And I wanted to talk to you guys about it. It's something I know we're a fitness channel, but it's actually directly involved in my fitness pursuit. And I wanted to explain to you why lately you might be seeing a more Zen approach to things. You might be seeing less drama. You might be seeing some things that you're not used to seeing from me. It's because my outlook on life has changed a bit. And I really wanted to get that across to you guys. And I wanted to just talk about it and where I've been, where I've come from, what I've done, and why I'm at the place I'm in right now mentally, physically. This explains why I decided to compete. This explains a lot of things. So I want to get into this, and then we'll take some questions. We'll take some comments, and obviously we have Andre in here who already said he doesn't like me and I'm the worst, but that's all good. That's all good. Not everybody's going to like me, and I'm okay with that. So here's the deal. Just recently, two things occurred in my life. If you guys know my history, my mother has a long history with drug addiction, with drug abuse, and my childhood was interesting to say the least, right? So my mom recently, we're guessing she overdosed. She was intubated. She was basically in a intensive care for a while. And now she's out. She's in a home. We have to sell her condo and everything. So I grew up with that, right? And that kind of got me realizing, just talking to my brother, who you guys see on this channel all the time, about kind of where we're at in life and how we got to where we're at. And my mom has a very decorated history, first generation American I am. She came here from Israel via Poland. And my dad actually died of overeating. He died of type 2 diabetes complications. So from an early age, I was basically raising myself. Just recently, you guys might be able to see this. I had a cancer scare right here. So that was just, I believe, 23 days ago. And it is not the worst kind of cancer, thank God. But I had basal cell carcinoma. Not a big deal, right? But I had cancer in my body, and I've never had an experience where my mortality was in question, other than like when I was a kid and I ran with the wrong crowd. So that never happened. I never had that, that brush of mortality where you have cancer in your body. And that really got me thinking. And then you just have, I can't explain certain things, right? Like, I can't explain why I am where I am right now. I can't explain why the human body, like, there's a lot of science involved, but the human body is miraculous. Like, my good friend and business partner, CT Fletcher, literally has a different heart than what he was born with, beating in his chest, keeping him alive right now. So with that, it opens up a whole new realm of, wow, what a miraculous thing this human body is. And what a miraculous thing it is that humans can fix this. Now, I was born to a Jewish mom and dad, but I was raised to be whatever I decided to be. So I've been agnostic. And this is the first time I can say, I actually do believe. Now, I haven't chosen a religion. Obviously, as a Jew, it's something that I gravitate towards. But I've read the Bible. I went to a Lutheran college. But this is the first time in my life I can honestly say that there's something that I believe in that's beyond just what's here. There might be an afterlife. There are things that I'm looking at much differently now. And I've been very fortunate. I made a lot of good decisions that a lot of people haven't made. When my marriage fell apart, my wife and I went to counseling and we fixed it, so it's a really good situation right now. And I decided to compete because I always stay in shape and because I want to prove to myself I can do it. while maintaining some semblance of normalcy in my life, running my businesses, running my companies, continuing to box, being a good dad. I just accepted a position as the head strength coach at a local high school. So I've been going there. I'm there Monday, Wednesday, Thursday nights, teaching these kids how to lift, improving their speed, reducing their chances of injury. So for me, it's about much more than me. It's about helping people. And you might see that here, you might not. Obviously, a couple of people don't like me, and that's fine. But that's where I'm at right now. And I posted on Twitter today that for the first time in my 40 years on this planet, I can honestly look you in the eye and say, I do believe in a God. Saying I was agnostic left the door open to me believing. Now, just because Marc Lobliner believes there's a God, now again, it's faith, doesn't mean there is a God. And that's why I respect atheists and agnostics and take your own path, choose your own path. But even if I'm wrong about there being a God, even if my belief is unfounded, there's nothing wrong with that. If having a belief in something greater than if having a belief in something greater than what we have here, if having a belief in a greater good, if that helps me be a better person, if that helps me make the right choices, if that guides me in a correct 10 Commandments, 5 pillars type light, that's a beautiful thing. So I just wanted to kind of have a discussion here. I have this open for Q&A. I do not want to get into politics. I'll delve into a couple things that I don't find will offend people. That's not the point of this. Don't want to talk about the C word because that gets this video shadow banned real quick. But I do really want to talk about, if you want to talk about my show, that's great. Just want to let you guys know yesterday I started eating carbs or more carbs going into the show. I'm starting out my macros right now are 250 grams of protein, 150 grams of fat, and 350 grams of carbohydrate. And we will adjust that as we go. Basically, I am so depleted and lean. I'm at about 206, 207 pounds now. I plan on carving up and getting on stage slightly above 215. We'll see where it lands or where I look the best. With that said, I haven't chosen a religion. I will be actively looking for if there's like a temple or a church that fits what my needs are. But honestly, God's here, right? God's around us. And if you look at the origins of Lutheranism, and I went to Lutheran college. I went to California Lutheran University. Martin Luther's main contention with the Catholic Church is the pay-to-play format. And his main contention is that you can have a relationship with God without actually going to church. So that's kind of where I'm at. That's where my mind's at. It might be transient. I might go further. I might just take it right here. But I think that it's something that we should explore. And it's also one of the reasons I am getting on stage, because I believe it's my way of motivating people. If you guys read the DMs I get on Instagram, the DMs I get of people who are 40 getting their life back together. Oh my God, if you get on stage, I can lose 20 pounds. If you can box, I can go on a walk. So sometimes me going above and beyond to motivate people to get healthier, to live better lives, that's what I want to do. And look, if you guys believe whatever you want to believe about me, if you're like Andre and you think I'm the worst person in the world, that's fine. And I understand that just having a platform, as minimal as it is, as horrible as my views may be, just having a platform opens me up to that. And I'm fully aware that I can easily just stop posting on social media and haters go away. Fully aware of that. But I won't, because then they win. Right now, I'm in a situation where I am literally right now watching the chat go down in our free app. If you haven't looked, I posted it yesterday. We launched a free training app from Tiger Fitness. It's free. It's a free training app. And after this, I'll link it down below. But I literally get to train thousands of people for free. We've already had thousands of people sign up, and it's absolutely free. And yes, I do have to pay my bills. I make the greatest supplements in the world, so I do have bills to pay. I have companies to run, and I make damn good products. But I'm giving back at the same time. And that's my place here on earth. I'm getting paid $0 to coach at this high school. Zero. I'm the head strength training coach, and I declined any form of compensation. They said, Mark, we don't know if we can afford you. I'm like, well, how much is, you can't afford $0? All I need is a shirt and a key, and I'll be there. So that's what we have right now. Let's go ahead and answer some questions, and hopefully we can have some discourse, some good conversation. Again, I'd like to avoid any of the cliche things, politics, blah, blah, blah. All that. Do you believe in God or the universe? Good question. I believe there is a God, and I do believe there is a universe. I had a professor in college, and remember, I went to Lutheran University, and it was a biology professor, and someone asked her, how can you believe in God and also believe in science? And she said they do not have to be mutually exclusive. So I'm going to go with that one. You believe in God, but won't take a vaccine or wear a mask to protect your fellow human. Makes sense. Well, if wearing a mask and taking a vaccine makes me more godly, then I believe we just have a fundamental disagreement with that. I am all for vaccines, for the C word vaccine, for people who are in need of it. But remember, I've had COVID and I had the antibodies. And from everything I've read, that does have natural immunity. And again, it didn't affect me. I found out through antibodies. But if you want to wear a mask, then you can wear a mask. And I fully support your right to wear one. But Brandon, I think you're taking this off course. And I'm sorry to everybody that I read that. I didn't want this to become contentious like that. Do you believe in Jesus? Working on that one. As a Jew, fundamentally predisposed to kind of believe in more of just a God. And, but you know what? I will look more into the Jesus thing. Why I believe this, children with bone cancer, way to pull through. Thank you, Jason. What's up, Mark? Great husband and father. Keep doing what you're doing. Thank you. Mr. Widebody, I am very supportive of you not believing in God. It's a belief. It's faith. There's no proof. And that's what faith is. It's the belief and the trust in the unknown. That's what having faith means, and that's it. Tragedy equals found God religion. I think there's a turning point in one's life where you face mortality or you face a really complex situation where you find yourself praying to something bigger than you and you find yourself asking why. And when you can't find the answers, I believe that's where God plays a huge role. Read the book, The Evidence of the Afterlife. I will. Man, we are universal energy having a human experience, but I don't believe in God. Hey, you know what, Big Spoon Bear? I respect that. Is this a Q&A? Yes, it is. You're a good man. Thank you, Travis. What made you question the mark on your head and decide to get it checked out? Jonathan, I didn't have a mark on my head. It was not visible to the naked eye. The doctor had to go in and look at it through a microscope. Now, the reason is I had a skin tag right here. For those who've been watching me a long time, you might remember I had it, and I wanted to get it removed. My wife told me that I should have a skin examination for cancer because I hadn't ever had one. And the doctor noticed it. He couldn't see it with his naked eye, but he noticed it while using his little microscope thing. And he biopsied it and turned out to be cancer. Do you eat chicken and rice with a fork or spoon? It's a damn good question. And the answer is I eat it with a spoon. I do eat it with a spoon. See where we're at. I'm looking. There's a lot of questions, and I don't know where I lost this. Oh, there it is. Okay. I love this guy. Thank you, Gary. 1 Corinthians. Okay, so I've read Ephesians. I know Ephesians 6 was, I took a course on Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and religion. It was a religions reader, and it was Ephesians 6 was slaves obey your masters, which, believe it or not, was actually used to justify slavery by some churches, believe it or not. Off topic, of course. Hey, Mark, I have a question. I used to weigh 422 pounds, now down to 280. Everybody, Jake, congratulations. What is a one core exercise I could work in my workouts every day? Jake, goblet squats. Goblet squats and planks. You can do both of those every day. If it is a Q&A, what's your opinion on Trump? I know you voted for him. I don't want to really get into Trump on this. This is about finding God, and I know to some MAGA people he is God. Mark, I don't hate you for your belief. I just hate people who abuse that belief to prey on the weak and vulnerable. Amen. Amen. That's the reason I stayed away from religion for as long as I did. If you need a divine entity to tell you to be a good person, you're not really a good person. Well, I don't. I think I've been a pretty good person my entire life. I have faults and I have sinned. But believing in something higher than you kind of gives you a reason, believe it or not. Like, it's good to do good things, but to have just that validation, I disagree. I believe a good person's a good person. And you judge a good person not by their thoughts, but of their acts. And if a person's being good, whether it be for a divine entity or for themselves, that doesn't make it any less good. Also have a day dedicated to core along with legs. I want to do something every day. Jake, especially for someone who's been obese, goblet squats. You're an awesome dude, my man. Thank you, Lamar. I really appreciate you. The Drop Factor Transformation booklet had helped me exponentially. Thank you, Mark. Awesome, Bedrock. We also have the fasting book. If you haven't read that, it's performancefastingdiet.com. Why invent God to live a moral life? You don't have to invent God. I think I've lived a pretty damn good life as is. It's just there's things I can't explain, and I'm willing to embrace faith. Good people who do good things, bad people do bad things. For a good person to do bad things, it takes religion. Maybe Jehovah's Witness. Nah, man, I can't give up Christmas. More of a relationship than a religion. Travis, dead on, bro. I don't have a belief of disbelief of God, but I respect the concept. Thank you. Damien's trying to gaslight. Good job, bro. Not that kind of. I'm not getting into that. Hey, Mark, I saw you comment on the Tiger Fitness app. By the way, Rick, thank you for being a part of the app about working core and your recommendation of 2 to 4 times a week. What core exercises do you do? So what I do, I don't do abs other than boxing. So I box twice a week and we finish every boxing session with abs. If I was to do them in the gym, I would do hanging leg raises. I would do planks. And I would do goblet squats. Yes, goblet squats. But I think if you're doing unilateral things like one arm overhead press, I think you're doing enough core. At Tiger Fitness, up, Mark, you big muscular stud in the chat. What's up, Simply Deep? Have you had any psychedelic experiences? I haven't, but I would really love to try it. Jesus didn't preach religion. He preached kingdom. Check it out for yourself. We are kingdom citizens. Okay. What's up, Anthony? How you doing? Keep it up, Mark. Great information. Man, I like you. I don't care for your faith, but that doesn't define who you are. Well, I just literally found faith, but I don't have a religion. I haven't chosen a religion yet. The title alone is awesome. And you're awesome to Mark. Thank you. Thank you. There's a rumor that you're the CEO and Chief Marketing Executive of MTS Nutrition. I am the CEO of MTS Nutrition. Yes. Let me turn off that phone. Shoot, I wouldn't mind the training. So anyway, if you go to my last video or go to my shorts, you'll see that I announced, or my IG profile, the link, you can go sign up for the Tiger Fitness app. It's 100% free. Damn, Mark, I'm glad to see you downsized. Thank you. How's your day going? Fantastic. Thank you very much. I do this when needed on a daily basis. Sanitizer. I just purchased nectar and machine greens. Can I do a scoop? Yes. Every morning I have nectar and machine greens and 32 ounces of water. Big Bang or creation, billions of years or 2000, evolution or creation, they are mutually exclusive. Okay. I'm not here to debate it, bro. I have faith. If you don't have faith, good. Did you have a lot of stress and anxiety after the cancer scare? No. It actually didn't bother me. I slept just fine. Didn't even think about it beforehand. And then afterwards, I realized, holy shit, I just had cancer in my body. I'm glad to see you and Chris Jones are finding your faith. Chris is my boy. Damn it. I lost it again. I'm not doing good at this, guys. I'm not doing good. Oh, here it is. Let me see if oh, there we go. Are you guys thinking about coming to the Arnold? There will be no expo, so I have no motivation to go to the Arnold. What do you believe happens when your life comes to an end? I don't know. The world seems crazy right now. Read the New Testament and see revealed knowledge. Will do. I actually have read most of the New Testament. Been following you for years now. I want to say thank you for being so open about everything. You help me think better about my family life more now than ever. How do you bring yourself to think family first when being so involved in work? Well, why am I working? I'm working so I can provide for my family and give them a future. So, I think keeping that in perspective, and again, I still don't, I'm still not good at it. I'm getting better every day. Thinking about coming to the show in Chattanooga. How long shows usually last? There's a morning show that should be around 9 to noon, and then a night show that should be around 5 to 9. And we're giving away cool prizes. Topic: sodium intake. I'm taking in 6 grams of iodine salt daily. Should I go up or down? It depends on your lifestyle. I wouldn't purposely take in salt. First of all, I'd switch from iodine salt to a natural form of salt like Himalayan pink salt or sea salt. Just salt as needed. I don't measure my salt. Just be sure to, if you sweat a lot, if you eat clean, I salt all my meals. What sets you apart from it? Let's get away from debate. Will all outright flavors become Big O or none of them? None of them. Mark, you should go back to your roots of Judaism. Judaism is the truth from a Gentile. I am leaning towards Judaism, but I think that just my faith in having a God is enough for me right now. How long can Drop Factory be ran for? Indefinitely. Man, I'm at a point in life where I really don't know what avenue I want to take. I know I want to be successful in life and be a person that people look up to like you. Maybe I won't be at the magnitude like you, but that's okay. I'm 33 and don't feel like college is my thing. I love lifting weights and I'm a people person. I don't think college is necessary unless you're in a STEM field. And personal trainers and coaches don't usually make much money. It depends what you're good at. Have you looked at a trade, like maybe an electrician or a plumber or a HVAC? What's your favorite movement for your side delts? All of them. Every shoulder exercise is my favorite movement. You have no experience for a single universal creator and zero proof that the creator would indeed be your particular genocidal God. You have wishful thinking, and hence the term faith. Again, I've acknowledged that there is no proof of a God. It's faith. Thoughts on Big Pharma and SSRIs? Big Pharma does a lot of things wrong, and they do a lot of things right. Why are successful grown people afraid of death? It's just part of life. So afraid of non-existent create concept of afterlife. Well, I think the whole concept of dying and just ceasing to exist, this whole experience is gone just in one moment. I think that's tough to digest. And that's why having a belief in the afterlife can actually be nice. It's a peace of mind. Hey, Mark, sorry if this has already been asked, but are you anti? I'm not anti-vaccine. No, I'm not anti-vaccine at all. But I've already recovered from COVID and I have the antibodies, and I do not want to take the vaccine. One, until it's shown that natural immunity isn't sufficient. And two, until we actually approve the vaccine. I think the vaccine was rushed, and there's no reason for me to put it in my body because the risks outweigh the benefits for me, Brandon. But I'm kind of I'm verging on blocking you. So please, let's just lay off a little bit. If you formulate outright bar for 3 years, why are you so shocked when tasting it in commercials? Because every time, I'm being real, like those are my real reactions. And I really like my bars. I did a great job on them. And every time I taste, I just ate a s'mores bar a couple minutes ago. And every time I taste it, I smile and I get excited because I literally created something that good. Mark, looking sick, very motivational for other dads, beating cancer and now to your next competition. Thank you, sir. As a father myself, a fitness fanatic, these days I really look up to you a lot. The way you are with your daughter reminds me a lot of fun. My daughter she's my other person, and I love my sons. I box with my sons 2 to 3 days a week, and I take my daughter. She coaches with me at the high school, and we every night after coaching, we go to Lifetime Fitness, and we hang out. We do cardio together. We do the sauna, obviously separately, but that's my girl, man. Why don't you just admit you want to run in politics sooner or later? No, I'm not. I'm not going to run for politics. I made this announcement a long time ago, and it's not your fault that you missed it. But I was actually thinking of running for state house in the state of Tennessee, going against this crooked-ass mofo called Glenn Quesada. He's crooked as hell, and he's a Republican, and I would run as a Republican because I'm actually independent, but because I just don't agree with much Democrats do, just being honest. I don't agree with most of what Republicans do either. So I guess I lean a little more right due to my conservative views, fiscally conservative views. But I decided instead to coach. That's the way I'm giving back to my community and my country. Mark, your opinion on the audits going on? I haven't looked at them much. Let's see, dude. I skipped over a bunch of things. What are you selling? I'm selling a lot of things, but nothing right now. I've heard of this new religion where the earth is on top of the horn of a giant unicorn. Thoughts on Accutane to prevent future breakouts during blasts? I don't think you should ever take something to mitigate abuse of something else. What stage body fat does God view as ideal? I think God's more of an 8% type guy. The TF app is legit. If y'all haven't downloaded, y'all are missing out. Mark, thank you for doing what you do. Been a fan for years. Thank you, sir. Christian or Catholic? I'm leaning towards Jewish because it's my heritage. But again, I'm going to look into a lot of different things and talk to a lot of people and see which gravitates towards me. And just so you know, I'm not going to force my kids into a religion. I want them to have if they do, I want them to have a moment. My daughter's not really into religion, and I'm good with that. Like she's a very critical thinker, and that's something for her to come at peace with herself and her own thoughts. Mark, I've also been filling you for years, and your videos helped me so much with bodybuilding. Actually, just moved to Middle Tennessee. I'm seeing a gym. Oh, cool, Muhammad. Are you in? Are you Middle Tennessee? So you're right by me. If you're ever available, so I will be at Carbon tomorrow with Bartley Weaver. We're training back at 1 p.m. if you want to stop by. I've been debating getting a 2-person at-home sauna. What brand? So I got one from anyone from Costco is good. Mine Golden Designs, but they switch up their brands. I own a gym and personal trainer, but I also went to school for HVAC. There you go. Don't feel pressure to choose a religion you don't really need to. Thank you, Travis. I think that's what I'll do. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Tiger Finney seemed like the type of dude that'll make a story out of your risque situations, joke about it. Correct me if I'm wrong. I do. I joke about a lot of things because my childhood had some issues, and I joke about them, and that helps me cope. Just being 100% honest. Is Ruckus still around? The pre-workout or my dog? The pre-workout it's just out of stock right now. What do you think of people using steroids? Well, there's abuse and use, but it's a personal decision, just like religion. Why am I not ripped? I ate a salad yesterday and it didn't work. Currently trying Bulgarian training style. Any tips on dealing with hand pain from gripping weight so much? Can you use straps? Are you still taking Immortal? I will take Immortal to the day I die. And luckily, because it's Immortal, I don't think I ever will. When is the Chattanooga show you were talking about? So it will be next Saturday, the 31st. So the Saturday after this Saturday. And it is the Tennessee State. What's your ideal day? Every day that I wake up, my man. Do you still take thyroid? Yeah, I take Armor Thyroid. Yeah, Ruckus is I'm actually about to go walk him right now. Anyway, guys, I'm going to take off. I appreciate everyone watching. Thank you so much for everything. Let's do this more often. I'd rather go live than record it because I like interacting with y'all. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and we'll talk to you soon.